Hey, we're live. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Black.
Hi.
This is kind of weird.
He's cracking. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
I cancelled my StreamYard thing, and I've still got the logo and stuff there.
Ah, neat. You slipped through the cracks.
Or maybe I've still got like a certain time left in the month. Bear with me, people in the chat. 1 second. I'll try and open this on YouTube. Do you ever have that problem when you're going live? Like if you schedule a live, you can't see it on YouTube until you actually go live? Do you ever have that problem when you... Whoop.
I probably should do that too because mine's going to do the same thing. Though I have found recently that the only place I can find it is if you go into YouTube Studio and then you click onto your lives and it's scheduled there, but you won't find it anywhere else on your YouTube channel apart from clicking in StreamYard to watch on YouTube, and then it'll bring it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only place it won't show up on your homepage on YouTube until it's been on. So you've got to go into your YouTube Studio and find it in your lives. And it'll be the top one on the list saying scheduled for.
I'll have to do that. I still need to figure out how to schedule an OBS stream as well. Like, it always just comes up as Tank Talk number 3 every single time I try and do something. Blake's Aquatics, Keen, welcome. Zen Ginger, as always. If you get here early, go and check out Acclimate on Instagram. Thank you. And check out the DKF video. We'll talk about that in a moment if you haven't seen it. It's been the first time we'll do a live stream and encourage you to go away from the live stream for a bit and then come back. William Pridemore, welcome. Chevy Fish, Select Pet, Galar's Fish Tanks. Everyone's saying, hey, Punchy. Now, you shouldn't have told me about this PP pants thing, Punchy. Sitting, listening, drawing. Nice. Carrie Nature, how are you? GRB. Hey everyone, 10 minutes to go. That must have been 10 minutes ago. This line is to get in the shop is getting long. Where are we? Candy, how are you? Thank you for dropping the link. Fishroom Fever James, how's it going? D-Fish NZ.
It's not like James to be up this late. He's normally well in bed by this.
I'm confused with James because he's always, I don't know, he's up later in the day than me. And I'm like, isn't it night? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's only 8 o'clock at night, I think, where James is.
What is that shirt and hat combo? This is a winning shirt and hat combo. Audio visual's good. Yeah, is anyone getting some weird sound? Because I've got the aircon above me and it's every now and then people say it's annoying. Melvin, welcome. Griffin Fish Room. We're almost getting there. HC Aqua, Jesse. Congratulations, Jesse. Jesse has been monetized. So, well deserved. Nathan
well
says, Aquatics. Pabs. Sandra Bennett, I think we've caught up. Awesome. How is everyone? I actually have a few questions that I want to pose to all of you. I suppose it's a little bit of advice, but we all might learn something from it as well. So we'll do that shortly. But as always, how have you been, Dr. Black? What have you been up to this week?
You know, jobs and stuff. A little bit of fish tank work through the week. Mainly cleaning gravel, planting plants was about it. And jobs up here at Sarah's house. Just got a house inspection this week, so we've had a few different things to do. As usual, you think it's going to be easy and you might have 6 or 7 jobs to do, then all of a sudden the list expands out to about 135 different jobs. So
I heard that yesterday. And hey, Bella, you're listening? Is it Bella or Bell? I always think Bella when I read it out. Yesterday we were doing a lot of housework, and I swear I'd walk over to do something, and then I'd hear, Josh, go back and I'll help you plant with something, and then I'd go back to go do that thing, and then Harry'd be like, Dad, I reckon I just spent a whole day just walking backwards and forwards.
Well, that's part of the problem too is that you go to do one job, and then to be able to achieve that job, you have to get something out of the way to do first. But then to successfully do that job, you've got to do this job first, and then all of a sudden you've got this butterfly effect of jobs that require doing.
Yeah.
That spun again. I tried to have it like that. There we go. It's a bit better. Hello, everyone in the chat. I was going to say hi to people, but my chat just scrolled mega, and we know the problems that I have scrolling with this mouse. So I'll just do a big wave to everyone and be done with it. Then we get on with it.
Hey, Jillian, how are you? All right, so I didn't consider you asked. What have I been up to this week?
I'm so inconsiderate like that, aren't I? It's all about me.
Cooker, how are you?
G'day, Cooker, how are you, mate? Good to see you.
I was really lucky this week. Trying to think, there's two things. I'm thinking of one. It was cool actually. Sorry, yeah. Put out the video on the White Cloud tank, which I'm loving, like absolutely loving. The Anubias of flowering, and we have some new additions to that tank. So we've got some cherry shrimp, and I was lucky enough to go down and hang out with Blake from Blake's Aquatics. And he was kind enough to give me a whole bunch of shrimp and some plants and another type of fish, which I won't spoil anything, but I've managed to be able to put the plants into one of the tanks, and it looks incredible, and I'm hoping that everything takes and it doesn't deteriorate at all. And I'm excited that the White Cloud tank now has sort of a little bit of a cleanup crew. And then another tank now has a few new tank mates, which are pretty awesome as well. So this week, I think we've got a video on the Murray River, the border between Victoria and New South Wales. That'll be coming out. It's probably one of the most Aussie videos I will ever do. And then either, if I get time, I'll try and do 2 videos this week. But the week after that, we'll have a tour of Blake's fish room, which is pretty awesome. Like seeing it in person, I was just like blown away. I was like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, what's this? I'm like, hang on, let me go get my camera because I'm going to ask you this question like 10 times. So that's really exciting. I'm losing my train of thought. That was what I was going to ask, was release time. So I released a video. Sorry, I did a premiere after Dr. Black's stream, like a couple of hours after your stream. Heard an uncharacteristically short stream on Wednesday. But I was wondering, because a few people were like, nah, don't do it now. Nah, yeah, do it earlier, or just wait till tomorrow or something. Just if everyone in the chat could say, you know, when do you sit down and watch some YouTube? Is it like in the morning or is it at night? Where do you live? Because I would like to try and maybe premiere videos from now on. I know that Susie Q, Aquafunk, and King and Queen do a really good job of sort of bringing it all together. But I wanted to see if I'm going to premiere, is there a time that you guys reckon, hey, this would work really well for me? It might not be a good time for me, but I can sort of commit to it easier than you guys, I suppose. And yet, candy's the only one. So cereal is a soup. I heard that this morning and I was like, that is a weird statement and a very confusing statement. When do you usually release your videos, Lucky, or is it just when you're done?
Yeah, pretty much. I have no schedule.
Yeah,
I do my videos for me, not for everyone else. Videos. Crikey, when was the last time I put a video out? I'm a bit slack like that.
I was thinking that. It's funny how you start YouTube going, I'm going to make a video and put it out there. And however long later, you're now predominantly doing live streams and touring the world virtually.
Yeah. Well, I've got like a bunch of footage of stuff sitting on my computer, but for me, ultimately, I guess it's finding that extra 49 minutes each day to sit down and, tweak it a bit and put it together. Essentially, I probably, if I haven't done one in a week, I should just probably do a phone one and just chuck out a one take thing, and not worry about edits and stuff, just to keep some content out there.
Yeah. Even just like, a bit of an update or something like that.
Yeah.
But
I was on 44 Mad Guys live stream the other night, and I did a little bit of a tour around a few of my tanks in the middle of the night. Cichlid Aquarium Keeper, I primarily was doing it to show him my Oscar, and then I just sort of wandered around a few of the tanks anyway.
Yeah. I used to I just got too excited. I'd sit down, I'd edit, I'd always put some music over the top, and I'd just sit there bopping along with the music, trying to do my editing, and then I go, I'm going to just put it out now. So predominantly I was putting stuff out late at night, our time, while everyone was asleep, and then I would see what would happen in the morning. But now I'm like, all right, maybe if you have a bit of a structure behind it, doing a stream fortnightly with yourself, and Thirsty Rabbit if he ever comes. I think Rumble's going to join us a little bit later too. We've got some news on Rumble's channel. And then, just having, say, a video once a week and a stream once a fortnight, I'm like, all right, that can kind of work. The scary thing with schedules is you feel pressure that you're going to have to deliver every single time at that time.
I suppose that's where it's really handy to have a couple in the bank, a couple of spare ones up your sleeve that you can, if you skip out on your time frame at home for editing and stuff, you've got a backup sitting there ready to go if required.
Yeah, true. If you can get a few videos ahead, then it's always a really good way to sort of, keep yourself motivated, keep yourself accountable, I suppose. So if you get 3 or 4 weeks ahead, you've kind of got no excuse in your own mind, I suppose, but it's hard to sort of get that content straight away. Select Bet. I watch YouTube mainly on weekends, some of the evenings, and 3 a.m. Used to watch in the mornings when I worked at night. Caring Nature, do you want to do one at a set time around the time someone else does? I have never thought about it. That's a cool idea, what the other guys do, as in Suzy Q, Aquafunk, and King and Queens. But I've never really thought about it. Could be something maybe I could talk to Blake about, because Blake's doing like daily videos, and so is Rumble. So that they've always got something ready to go. Cody Sun and Danikin and Tinra, welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to read you. I asked you guys a question. I want to see what you have to say, but I just lost it all again. Does JH stream at a time when you'd be awake? He's earlier than most. I think he's too early during the week. I think I always get up and it's like 5 a.m. or something. He's gone live. Josh, did you get your hours up yet? No. I was going to say something at the end of the stream because I was sort of hoping that this was it. This stream would get us over the line because YouTube buddy's saying I need 5 more hours to get 4,000. The YouTube, the monetization tab or whatever that you told me about, which I didn't know was there, says I need 75 hours. So if we hang around here for, I don't know, probably 2 hours combined, I reckon that would sort of get us there. But we'll see. It's good. I've got a little bit of a gap between when I'll lose a bunch of hours, so I reckon we'll get there, which is awesome. Thank you, everybody. Acclimate merch. Thanks, Candy. I have released a Teespring for anyone that's interested. Should be, I was going to say a link below, but there's a link just there. Monica, how are you? About 8:30. How do I say that? Chevet? Birkinshaw, I can say that bit. Welcome. All right, so we're kind of Father Fish, welcome. How are you? I'm trying to think. So there's no one that's really Premiere. Here we go. Just an FYI, Premieres aren't so great for your channel analytics. That is important to you. Everyone is at the Premiere, then YouTube doesn't promote the video after that. Interesting. I did not know that. That would probably make me stop doing Premieres because I think being a smaller channel, you put videos out and you sort of want them to grow over time, and then your channel should grow organically, I suppose.
That's bloody shifty by YouTube, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is a bit weird.
They find so many ways each week to stop us, being successful on the platform. Same as Instagram, they're finding more and more ways to fiddle with their algorithms just to make it harder to succeed because, they don't want to pay people money, is it?
It doesn't make sense, though, because they're making money every time they...
they want all the money.
I'm curious about it. It's not the be-all and end-all. It's a cool little goal that I've set myself. But I think what is it called? Social Blade was like, you would have made $28 last year. Like, it's not like it's a big thing, but it's, I don't know, it gives you a bit of confidence that, hey, maybe you're doing something right. Monica, good question. What do you think? I think it's just an ad at the moment. But
well, is it actually on the television today, is it?
No, tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was Monday morning.
Yeah, I am pretty excited. One of my mates messaged me this morning about, I reckon Kansas City are going to beat you by 3 points. I'm like, we've been back and forward all morning. I went up the road and to get buffalo wings, which they don't really sell anywhere in Australia, like at supermarkets or anything. So looking for basically crumbed chicken wings that I can cook tomorrow. Can't find any, but I found, was it like a New York style buffalo wing chicken bites that I'll cook up tomorrow while I'm watching the game. Pretend I'm American for 3 hours.
It is quite easy to crumb chicken,
Yeah, but not when you're not a good cook.
Oh, come on. You're selling yourself short. I know you've got skills in the kitchen.
No, actually, I give you a second.
It's easy enough just to get like a pre-made crumb mix and then just add some, mixed spice or some Cajun spice or something to it. Then you get like a nice buffalo crumb. But, it's work, isn't it? It's work doing all that stuff. Yes, Acclimate. That is a fry pan. You're correct. Your kitchen skills are exemplary.
How's my pancake look?
That's great.
This isn't non-stick apparently.
You need to have like a centimetre of butter in the bottom of your pan if you're doing pancakes. So I've been told. Hey Derek, how are you, mate? Anyone else who I haven't glanced at in the chat? How's it going? Hope Saturday night is treating most of you well. Hang on, Fishkeeper Cole. I must still be fairly light there if he's just got back from a hike to the creek.
Oh, the hat show. No more hat shows. I'm exhausted. God. Donald Fish Vibes, how are you? Are you taking time off work to stay home? Absolutely. My mate was saying today, and has anyone heard this over there, but there's a strong argument or a push to put the Super Bowl on a Saturday night. if it was on a Saturday night, it would be, well, yeah, I wouldn't be here. I'd be watching the game right now.
Think about how productivity of the nation must go down on that Monday.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, because us as Aussies that love the sport, we're like, man, it'd be so good if they just played it on Saturday night so we could watch it on Sunday. But then you go, well, I'd hate to be a 49ers fan on Sunday winning the Super Bowl and then call your boss in the morning going, I don't feel too well. Like, yeah, coming in. God. See you, Jesse. Thank you for stopping in. So there was a few questions. There's sort of really no perfect time then, is there, to release the video? But Candy, thank you for that info. Pretty much, that might just stop me doing premieres. It's kind of cool. I like to do it with other people there. But to be honest, I think last week's was the most people at a premiere. It was like 20. Before that, it's sometimes like 7 or 4 or 12 or whatever. So if you're only getting that many people captured in that 5-minute period or whatever, and then it doesn't get promoted, then that's kind of sucks. The video is done all right, but now I'm wondering if it will just stop because of that. So another question I had was video lengths. Blackie and everyone in the chat, if you can answer this one too, this is all research. When you click on a video, are you like, 15 minutes, that's too long, I'm going to skip through some of this? Or 5 minutes, you're like, yeah, or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you're like, nah, I'm not even going to be bothered.
I don't let the length of a video judge whether I'm going to watch it or not. I'll start watching it, and then it's up to the creator of that video to maintain my attention. If there's low points in the video, sure, I'll do a bit of a scoot through. But, I've found myself sitting through 20-minute videos because their personality's shining through and whatnot. And, yeah, I think there is something, like a lot of bigger people, like Davey504, bass player, Italian guy. It's got like 5.7 million subs or something, and almost every single one of his videos is just over the 10-minute mark. I think he's working on the theory that YouTube's magic number is 10 minutes. And, he makes a little bit of a joke about it as well, that he's got to his 10 minutes now, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I think YouTube's magic number is 10 minutes, but for the most part, you really do need to be engaging your audience to have them sit through a 10-minute video.
That's interesting as well, because when I first started making videos, the first video I did was 17 minutes because I thought in the end I just got carried away because I thought about making a video for so long, so I put so much stuff into it. And then now I feel like I'll do a 5-minute video, and I feel like that's sort of enough to not waste your time to watch some of my stupid ramblings or bad footage or whatever. But it's enough for you to kind of go, yeah, I'll give this a look for 5 minutes, it's fine. But if it's 15 minutes, I sometimes go, 15 minutes, I'm going to watch that later because I can't just sit down and watch this for 15 minutes now. And definitely would forget to go and watch some of those videos. So it's an interesting one. I like that. Fisher and Fever. All videos should be 8-hour live streams. Tinra, I can watch a 5-hour video if it's interesting enough. Monica, did I get a surprise package? No. But now it's not going to be a surprise. No, I haven't got anything, but I will keep checking the mailbox. Thank you. Select pet, it depends on the content. If it's good, if it's a good video, I'll watch 2 hours. If it's boring, I'll click off in less than a minute. That's the other bit too. I suppose, do we call that the mastering candy? That's a bit less. Oh, I don't know what that is. Rumble, I'll send a link through it. Hangouts. Hangouts. Yeah, it is Hangouts, isn't it?
That's where you sent it to me.
Yeah.
Speaking of packages too, Monica, now that you brought up packages, I just wanted to say that the first piece of all the artwork and stuff has made it to Just Shrimp Granny. That was the stuff, the prints, the fish prints and that we ordered to get delivered over there because they printed over in the States. But she's still waiting for the rest of the gear to arrive, which our postal service suggests that it'll be sometime this week coming, that it'll appear in the States. So those that got their stuff sent direct, hopefully you'll get it this week. And those that are going via Just Shrimp Granny's mailing service, not too long after that, fingers crossed. But the those guys that ordered the fish print sets, they look fantastic and they look much bigger than we expected too. So Candy, I'm pretty sure you got a set of those, I think, or was it Zen Ginger?
Nice.
So many people bought so much stuff, I can't remember, but they based on the photos that Just Shrimp Granny sent me through yesterday, they look freaking awesome. Can't wait to see them in your possessions, people.
No, I can't wait to get my. I know it's not the print, but the painting that I won in the auction.
Original artwork.
4 weeks away. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah,
We're gonna be hanging out with Dr. Black. How weird's that? Are we doing a stream?
We probably should.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird.
You're at 2,000 now, so we can do it from your mobile.
I don't think you can until you monetize or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be right too.
I'll check it out though. Just before we introduce our next guest, I just wanted to, when I went blank before, I'm going blank a lot this morning, sorry. I was thinking your answer's spot on as well, Blackie. It's up to the creator, I suppose, if it's going to be entertaining enough. And I suppose that's why you look at your analytics and go, your 8-minute video, average watch time 3 minutes or something. You go, okay, how can I improve on that? But let's all welcome Rumble. How are you?
Rumble.
Yeah, guys.
How are you, man?
Yeah, good.
That is good. You're up early.
Yeah. How's the audio?
Yeah, it's good. There's a bird. I can tell that.
I thought that was his
Using good-
pubescent voice cracking.
No, it's just, it's this little guy here.
Man, those cockatiels never shut up, eh? They just
What is the
Oh,
life expectancy of a cockatiel?
yeah. He's like 12 years old or something.
Wow, jeez. Where are cockatiels from?
Australia.
They are Australian?
Yep.
Awesome. I had
Fun
a
fact.
sneaking suspicion, a bit of an inkling.
I didn't know that.
I'm not 100% sure what part of the country they're endemic to, but they're definitely an Australian bird.
It's funny, Derek is saying, no, once you get 1K subs, you can stream from your phone. I don't think so, Derek. Well, I mean, I tried that after I hit 1,000, about a week or two after. I was like, hey, I could do this. And it was like, nah, you don't meet the minimum requirements. I'm like, okay. Maybe something's in review. But Derek just said you don't need the hours, just the subs. That's kind of interesting. Rumble.
I got the opposite. I
You
saw
got the
I'm not
opposite.
opposite to anyone else on YouTube.
Pam was exactly the same. So Rumble's just hit the 4K watch time. So wanted to get him up here. I think a lot of you have seen the channel and have seen his amazing tanks and fish room and that pond. So if you aren't subscribed to Rumble, please head over and subscribe. Share him out. Try and help him out. How many more subscribers do you need?
400. So
All right, so
quite a way.
600. To have the hours and still the 600 subs, like you don't do live streams, so your videos are getting watched and very popular.
Yeah. I think I don't have a lot of subs, but I've got like everybody that sub watches my videos quite heavily.
Yeah, you've got a good, solid core audience. That's real key.
Yeah.
How often do you put videos out?
Me.
Daily, isn't it?
Every day.
Well, that's what I was like. I didn't have the notification bell on for you maybe a week or two ago, and I binge watched videos last Monday or something like that. While I was doing some chores, and then so now I'm starting to see the routine. So you do a video every day, and your videos are over 10 minutes each usually.
Yeah, I was actually wanting to chime in on that subject when you were talking about it. When I record my videos, I like go to edit them, and they're like 40 minutes long. So when my videos are like 20 minutes long, that's me editing out 50% of it. So, yeah, I try to go for the 10-15 minute mark, but if you look through my videos, it never happens.
Is it only me that's losing Rumble's audio?
Yeah, just a little bit. I can still hear you. But I'm just getting a message. Thanks, Monica. I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
The audio is going up and down, Breno. You're really clear, and then you go like, it's like I can hear you through headphones or something.
I wonder. Let's see if I can put the mic on.
G'day, FNS. How are you, mate? My parallel universe. How are you? Recon. How you going, buddy?
I need to get a decent headset.
Check it out and let you know, Monica, soon. My parallel universe. How are you?
That cereal is a soup banner. That's like a real conversation starter, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it might a few people. I was watching an interview with one of the 49ers players in the build-up to the Super Bowl, and the fans were asking them questions, and then someone said, "Is cereal a soup?" And one of them's like, "Yeah, it would be a soup," and then everyone else is like, "No." And you kind of think about it, and what defines a soup?
That is a strange one.
Yeah. But I can change that. George Hamilton, how are you?
Gordon. Hello, Gordon Hamilton. I apologise for my co-worker's reading.
Am I even awake? I don't know.
Didn't you go out for breakfast this morning? That was your mistake.
No, I didn't. I went out and bought everything, came back and cooked everyone breakfast and burnt Harry's pancakes. It was awesome.
What's the time over there? 12:30?
11:30.
11:30.
Can't even see a clock.
Is that what they call it in Australia? That's right. We have some cereal and milk. Well, cereal is not the actual bit, is it? It's the milk that makes it the soup. All right, we're going down this weird
liquid and it's food. And then you could use the argument that, soup's got to be hot, but then you've got things like gazpacho. That's served cold. So, technically it probably is a soup.
Gordon just called
quick question. When a comment comes up saying up for review, is that YouTube automatically flagging it and then the mods have to click yes or no?
Correct.
Yay, I'm learning.
What was
all this live stream stuff is foreign to me.
Hey, apparently this morning it's all foreign to me. I'm struggling to know what's Soup is savoury. Once it's sweet and starchy, it's cereal. Yeah, fair enough. If oatmeal is cereal, is oatmeal is soup? Someone did say that, Fish Keeper Cole. They said, well, what's oatmeal then? And everyone just went quiet. I got this book for Christmas. Have you seen Dr. Carl before, you guys?
No, yeah. He answered one of my questions on the radio one time. Yeah.
More huge fish kills announced this morning in the Murray-Darling. Really? Okay, I have to look into that too. But I was thinking about maybe doing this with the live stream, or maybe I need to prepare a little bit better. But there's a few interesting topics in here. Why is wombat poo cubed? But one of the ones I was looking at, this is something about. No, that one's not that. Do fish drink water? So, do you guys reckon fish drink water? I'm going to find out what the hell that's all about. But
I'm going to guess no. I reckon they osmose the fluids that they require.
Yeah, I don't reckon they drink it. Because they would need, also, like, you think about saltwater fish, they would need to, like, not have the salt in it. So I'm guessing what you said, osmose the water in.
But, you know, time will tell.
Who knows?
Dr. Carl will provide.
It actually goes for 10 pages.
Really? That sounds like Dr. Carl.
Yeah, that's how he fills his books.
They ask him,
what killed 1 million fish in the Murray-Darling rivers?
Probably the heat causing a lack of oxygen in the water. It's happened in, I think, 3 different river systems in New South Wales as well are experiencing massive fish kills also.
Well, yeah. I don't even need this book. I just need to ask you guys. It's Osmosis 101. Osmosis 102. Freshwater, saltwater, semi-permeable membrane, direction of water flow.
yeah, the membrane will be the reverse osmosis system.
That's good. I think I'll look into that a little bit more. But I was thinking that could provide a couple of little topics for us to talk about. And just on topics, that was I had 4 questions here. We've gone through 2. We've gone through video lengths and release times. What about any topics? Is there any topics you want to see from Rumble? If you've seen his fish room, you know that he's got stingrays and the breeding flower horns, and if you've seen his pond. Is there any videos you'd like to see him do? Same with Dr. Black. I'd like to see a video from Dr. Black that's predominantly based on the plants that he has and why he has those plants and which ones are easy and which ones are hard. Maybe even like a Dr. Black top 5 plants, either for beginners or just top 5.
I think I've only got 4 or 5 species of plants if you don't include my floating ones. Any of the difficult ones I've tried, I just fail with. I probably don't have adequate lighting or CO2 systems to keep the difficult ones, but I could certainly promote the ones that I do keep because they're obviously very good. They survive very well.
I'm probably, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm probably speaking for a lot of people in the chat as well. Like those ones are the ones that we really like to know a bit about and the names and why they're easy to keep because it's more carefree. So you can buy those plants and know they should look after themselves pretty well. And when you go into a shop and pay $25 for a bunch of plants that, yes, they do need the CO2 or they need expensive lighting, and they're not going to work in a sand tank or whatever, and then they die a week later, you kind of go, stuff plants. Zen Ginger said she wants to see a video from Rumble about the stingray pups. I'm assuming you've got one.
I missed that.
Maybe an update or something would be good. I would like Rumble to come over to my house and build me a pond. That would be a good video. I'd watch that. Candy saying more pond.
I actually cleaned the pond this morning.
Thirsty Rabbit, the link's in the Hangouts if you are able to join us.
Quick.
Saying good day to everyone. Well, yeah, looks like you want a bit more Rumble pond. Anything you want me to do? I was hoping, I've got some ideas here that I was going to sort of go through, but if there's anything in particular you want to see in my room, I'll write it down right now, and I'm looking for ideas.
You guys
So-
look at the pond while I check my smoker. Got the fire going.
What are you cooking in the smoker at 8:30 in the morning?
Beef ribs.
Crikey.
How long?
Be ready at 12 hours.
So that's dinner.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I think I would like to visit Rumble, and I'll do a video on this. But I'll come and visit, and we'll eat beef ribs and sit by the pond.
I think we're going to go to footy, aren't we?
Yeah. Go see these guys.
Hey. There's a lot of reflection happening at the moment.
No, it's actually really cool to see the sun. I love when you can see the sun hitting the chainsaw.
Yeah, in about like an hour or so, the sun really comes over the trees there, and it's like about 11 o'clock is the best time for viewing.
Yeah, that's just all just take a moment. Endless numbers of species spotlights. All right, I don't think I've done too many of those.
I just would like to correct Cooker that Australia aren't playing India today. It's New Zealand that's playing India.
Yeah, the Australians are back ruining the Big Bash.
Yeah. Oh, that big butterfly choice. Ah, the women's cooker. Right. Yeah, sorry. Gotcha. How long is that big butterfly koi, Rumble? He looks massive.
Probably 50 centimeters without his tail.
Yeah, right. Now you got two big butterflies in there. 3. Crikey, I just keep saying butterflies now.
There's a few.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I bought, a lady was shutting her pond down, and she had all butterflies. So I think she liked them. And there's that big Bertha there, the black one.
Cichlid Aquarium Keeper is asking, Rumble, what time does your new video come out today? I think it's already out.
No, it comes out when I have the motivation to edit it.
Did you put one out this morning?
No.
And the
I only
fiberglass
just woke up.
Fiberglass one was yesterday, wasn't it?
No, fiberglass one's today.
Yeah, right.
7:19 a.m. Rumble's fish room preparing the fiberglass. So why do I get a notification at 7:19?
I don't know.
That
That was yesterday's video.
Yeah, it says a.m. So it definitely came in this morning. That's weird.
Is that like your Reader's Digest notification or whatever it is?
Like Reader's Digest notification. What?
Watch it. I get like this thing. It's like Digest or something, and it comes at the same time every day.
No, sometimes, like I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have a few people have gone live, but it says, I'm pretty sure YouTube do this, so they go, oh, cool, someone's live right now. And it'll be like, I wake up at 6 o'clock, so all of a sudden 6 people are live and their new videos are out. Look at the size of that dude. And then I'll click on it and be like, no, they streamed 3 hours ago. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah, that's a bit strange. I think I would have uploaded probably like 8 p.m. your time last night. I can't remember. But yeah, so today, I don't know what time. We'll see. I'll do it soon. I'll do it after this live stream. Next thing, I'll get booted from the live stream. Edit that video.
Dan Slee, Tom Patterson, how are you? Go ahead and have a need to get GoFundMe to Here's 4 updates.
Tom, K-Town, guys.
Hey, K-Town, how are you? Dan Slee, did I say Dan Slee? Wow.
Yeah. How's it going, Dan? The man.
The other thing I was going to ask as well was we have like an internal, well, not a debate, but what thumbnails attract people? Because I know some people don't like thumbnails where someone's on them acting silly, which I did this week just to see if it made any difference. But I find it really weird that maybe it's a kid thing. Maybe that's why they get more views, because kids like those thumbnails. I personally like a pretty fish, but with something else going on. So like the title, the fish, and then something else to sort of draw you in as well.
I usually try and most of my thumbnails are just screen grabs from the videos, and I try to find the photo that relates to the video. Every now and then I'll do a clickbait one.
Actually, when I was saying earlier in the stream, I was saying that I went and I had the privilege of visiting Blake. I completely forgot I should have mentioned that. Blake is seriously, I left, and then 3 hours later, there was a video about on Blake's channel. I think Zen Ginger or Candy might have already posted the link before, but if you could, Blake released the video. It goes about 3 or 4 minutes. You can see what I did. I delivered some stuff to Blake, and he gave me some stuff. But he had a bit of fun with it, and we had a bit of fun making that thumbnail as well, which is pretty funny.
Someone said, do they eat the plants? Yes. See that lily over there? That lily somebody gave to me, and it was about 4 times the size of that. And the koi have eaten it. And they climb up, they go up here, and they sit on that edge flapping about and eat those roots. So that's why the plants are all, the pots are all on the water line, to try and keep the koi out of them.
Zen Ginger, you beat me by like a second. There's the a link to Blake's video. Now, I didn't know that James and John KG Tropicals were going live. So they're going live in 10 minutes. K-Town, 5 more hours, apparently. We'll see after this. But one of the things I really wanted to touch base on with this stream was... How do I get back with that? That's up again. Was Daniel Keeping Fish did the Black Scent Challenge. So if you guys have not seen his video, that's why I made the thumbnail Daniel Keeping Fish, because he paid tribute to a few of the Aussie fish tubers, and it's friggin' hilarious. Basically taking the mickey out of us, and we love it. And so I reckon you guys will like it too. But if you haven't seen it and you want to catch the start of James and John, I won't be offended if you jump over and watch the video now, because it's totally worth it. And if we're still live, come back and tell us what you think of it. But it is so funny. And we want to see who's going to do the next one. Hey, Blackie?
Sure do. Can't wait for more entries.
I know, very, very, very fun. I think, well, where are we? Candy's put the link up there. Perfect. Look what I got as well.
Hey.
Hey. Exciting. Is that a Makita toolbox in the tank?
Yeah, you've seen that, surely.
That was a great build.
That's my filter.
No, I haven't seen that. That's crazy.
I want to
think
do
I saw-
like a. Pardon?
I found
think I
my
saw
own
you-
old drill box
another
the other day. Just thinking about it.
I'll have to
Trying
watch
to
that one
feed.
too.
That's so choice.
I want to do a series. I need to get hold of like all the other brands and like make every brand and do like line them up along the tank. Because there's like 1,000 fish in there. So like as these fish grow, I'm going to need to add more filtration. So I figured I'll just make one of them every other week.
Just get other rando boxes as well. Don't have to be
And then,
toolbox.
yeah. And like this, my modified sponge filter. Look how much water the sponge filter pumps out. You can see like the food moving. So like the pipe comes up, and then see how there's a T at the top there.
Yep.
So where's the camera? So the air actually comes out of the top of that T, and then the water comes forward, and it actually creates more flow because you've only got water in that pipe there instead of air and water.
Solid.
Yeah.
I get this stuff goes over my head. This stuff I would love to. Where do you learn all this stuff?
Oh, Germans.
German?
Yeah, there's like I can't remember what it's called. There's a German YouTube channel that build heaps of koi pond airlifts. Obviously, like 10 times the scale of that. So, like that theory is just the same theory, but a miniature version.
Okay.
But yeah, there's these Germans, and they travel the world. They go to America and stuff. Obviously, not Australia because we're too far away. But they sell the kit to build the airlifts. So basically the same one that I've got in my koi pond. And when I actually built my koi pond filter, everybody told me that it wasn't going to work locally because sometimes Australians don't like to think outside the box.
Certain generations.
And all of a sudden, lots of people are building them now. Oh, stepping on stuff. Excuse the mess. We've got spiders and all sorts down here. So this.
Oh. Yeah. Is he going to come back? No, I got
am I here?
I think. Yep.
So that this is all just air. There's no pumps. It's like Jumanji back here. The old the elephant ear's taken off. So there's no pump on the end of that.
That's a monster airlift.
It's just a pipe with the air in it.
That's nuts.
We brought the elephant ear with us. So it's just.
I can't get my head around it. So what? Do you start how do you start the pressure to be pushing it without a pump?
Oh, there's air pumps.
Okay.
So under there, there's two
large ones.
Yeah, like LP40s, so 50 liters a minute. But so like an LP40 uses 60 watts of electricity for 12,000 liters per hour. A mechanical pump uses like 200 watts for the same amount of flow. So it's just all about saving money.
That's awesome. When is the next video of you swimming with the koi?
Swimming with the koi? I'm not sure. It's been a while. I haven't been in there for a while. It's actually quite cold. Like,
what's the temperature now?
yeah. It's probably like 22 Celsius.
In the water?
Yeah, so you get home where it's like 40 degrees Celsius, like, oh my God, it's cooking. And you jump in the pond and it's like way colder than a swimming pool. So you're like, it's like 40 degrees outside, but you're like shaking in the pond. I think just because I don't know why. Like the swimming pool's just as deep.
Do they pick at you? Like if you sit there and just put your feet in or something?
No, not really.
Oh, that's all right.
They sort of stay away.
My wife had a full-on meltdown in Thailand. She's trying to, those pedicure places or whatever, and you put your feet in, the fish.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the dead. I reckon that would be really awesome. There's a video, King of DIY. I can't remember who he went and visited, but the guy had like a African
Camp Cannon.
Who was it?
Camp Cannon.
Yes, that's it. And he had the like African cichlid pond. That's swimming with them. Pretty incredible.
His whole property's pretty wild.
Yeah, I think I subscribed, but I just haven't gone back to watch that. I like a lot of their ideas and stuff, and I'm like, I could sit here and watch this for ages, and then I just go back to King of DIY and Aquarium Co-op and all that sort of stuff. Should do a video underwater and snorkeling around the pond. Actually, is he there?
And I'm gone.
No, I think flicking back to your other Wi-Fi. That's what I think your disturbance is.
Have you got any?
I've been trying to watch a bit of King of DIY, but I don't know. He like waves the camera around. I know I'm one to talk, but
what was that?
I don't know. I can't get into him. Nothing personal to him. I don't know.
Really? I would have thought you'd be big in them because a lot of the stuff you do is do it yourself, and that's sort of his route.
Did you go back and watch some of his old ones, Rumble? Like his real old ones?
No, I haven't.
It's a massive change how far he's come with his over-the-top personality now compared to what he used to be back in the day.
Yeah, I remember like years ago watching a couple that was like actually me Googling how to make something, and they were more, his older videos that I have seen seemed a lot more informative, whereas now it's like, I just installed this new tank, check out how cool my fish are. Which is nothing wrong with that. He's making a living, like that's the goal. But like, I don't know. I just don't get into it.
Yeah, I think he even says in some of his videos, you know, I'm not going to build this again. You can go back and watch that video about that. Because I think
that's also the problem. He's run out of ideas.
Yeah.
And he does go live like he does. I think he does like 3 videos a week or something. So I don't mind it. Like I really like it. The idea of being on YouTube and keep putting it on YouTube. But he has covered a broad range, and I missed him for 2 weeks. All of a sudden, he's turned one of his 375 gallon into a saltwater tank, and I'm like, where'd that come from? Gary. Have seen Ohio Fish Rescue. That is pretty cool as well. And congratulations, Monica, you're pregnant. Albino Corey. I think I've got a male albino Corey, but a little far away. Sorry, I cut you off then, Doctor.
It's all good.
All right. So apparently, John and James will be live on Fish Room Fever's channel. you can't hear me sometimes. It's because I try and use a mic now and better, but then I don't sound like I'm doing anything over here, and then I come back again. You guys going to head over there, or do you want to hang out here for a little bit? But everyone who wants to go over to John Fishroom's channel, and feel free to. I think they start pretty much right now.
Looks like it. First of all, I'm going to duck out into the backyard and wrestle a crocodile.
Sounds very black-like.
G'day, how are you, mate? Because, yeah, I'm getting sick of holding on too tight, but I'll be back in a sec.
So who got you into fish tubing, Rumble?
To be honest, it wasn't even fish related. You'll probably laugh if I tell you, but it was actually Cletus McFarlane. He's a car YouTuber.
Yeah.
And like, I've watched him religiously for like 2 years. And I was like, I want to do that, but obviously I can't do cars because I don't work on my car ever.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll do fish. And so I never based my vlogging off a fish channel. It's actually, I got all my inspiration from a car channel.
That's cool though. Like it sort of gives you like a different avenue. I mean, I think some people first fish tube videos usually just point at a tank and then try and tell a fact, and then it's real short and sweet. But it's good to think about it coming from like a whole different angle. One of my favorite channels is Jablinski Games, because it's a gaming channel where they don't actually game, but I like Jack Black, and I like the style, how it's just upbeat, fun, bit silly, awesome editing and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, I would love one day for Aquamate to be sort of like that, just out and about, a bit more fun. That's why I like Coral Fish 12G. I know it's probably aimed at a younger audience, but I just think there's sort of that cool, fun vibe throughout a video.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to have like other influences. Otherwise, all the fish shooting stuff will all end up really similar. I love Swisky. You know him?
Nah.
His editing and production quality is through the roof, and he's got some really cool like smaller aquascape setups, some blackwater setups. He's got turtles. I love the way he does things. And then there's a guy in England, MD. He just sort of exploded really quickly, and now he's gone and built his own fish room, and he's going through at the moment setting it up, and he's a really good escaper. But he has like half an hour videos or 20-minute videos, so it's sort of like a one sort of shot following him around talking and stuff, but in a completely different style to like the King of DIY stuff, and a completely different character as well.
Yeah, I was actually watching a Q&A yesterday, and one of the questions was like, how do you make it as a YouTuber? And like the guy said, you've got equipment is probably the least, like because everyone can get good equipment. He said the number one thing is personality, which is true.
I think you're absolutely right. The equipment side and the editing and music, it's all sort of, just layers on top to make it prettier or whatever, but if there's no substance behind it. And that's one of the other things. I'm not super knowledgeable about fish. Like, I know a lot of the basics. I've been keeping it for a very long time, on and off. But I'm learning from the first video I did, which isn't even on this channel, to now. Actually, I look at it, I can actually see that other tank and this other tank that's in front of me, and I'm like, wow, I never thought I would have this based on the video back then. But it's fun. It's a journey. Yeah,
I wish I had some earlier videos. if I started my channel like 1 year earlier, and I wish I vlogged building my fish room. Sucks that I didn't start until after it was pretty much finished.
Yeah.
But
You think you got photos though, don't you?
yeah, I want to do like a photo collage with a voiceover one day.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I've got hundreds of photos.
I was when I went down to see Blake and his fish room, I listened to a lot of Joe Rogan series, and they had a comedian on there who was not picked up by like any big networks or anything. I can't remember his name, Anthony something. To be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of him, but I could see where he would have a lot of appeal to a lot of people though. And he started on YouTube, started just putting his acts on YouTube. And what he was doing was, the way he was describing it was he'd have like an hour-long set. So he'd put an hour video out on YouTube, and then he would split it into 6 different categories, and it'd be like, here's the Trump jokes, here's, you know, these jokes or whatever, here's the one-liners, whatever it is. So when you go, I want to look up Trump jokes, he would come up, and then if you're like, I like this guy, and it only goes for 4 or 5 minutes, he would then say, jump on and watch the rest of the video, and then you could watch the full thing. And I thought,
Yeah.
especially with someone like you with the fish room or doing the fish tour, I probably won't do it, but I was saying to Blake, hey, what if I did the whole room and then I just turned a 3-minute video about your rainbow fish and the 3-minute videos about your histogramas and then made it so that you try and reach a lot more people rather than just going fish room tour.
Yeah.
It's just an idea. It's just something to think about.
Yeah, that actually does sound like a good idea. Obviously, you've got your regulars that watch everything. They'll probably get annoyed that there's videos that are duplicating, but they'll get over it.
Yeah, well, I reckon, yeah, if you sort of formatted it in a way, just be like, I don't know. It's just an idea.
I'm probably due for a full tour. I haven't done one for probably 4 months.
Yeah, I think I'm due for a tour too, but I get something new and then go, I've got to do a video on that fish before I do an update on the fish. But it's also, if you do it the other way around, it can be the sort of thing where, you know, you've got a pretty loyal fan base that if you went, oh, I can't show you that tank yet, that's going to be the next video, you just build the suspense and go, oh, I get 2 views, and keep people entertained and riding the journey a little bit.
Yeah. I used to there was a few fish in the fish room that I was keeping secret, not because of YouTube, but just because of like the rarity, and I was just trying to breed them before I told anyone, but it's too hard to film in the room. I had like covers on tanks and stuff.
Oh, really?
But I ended up just telling YouTube what they were.
Probably easier that way.
Yeah. But if the YouTube audience is so much different to Facebook, but like if I post something on YouTube, like there is fish in there that I haven't posted on Facebook, and like the word doesn't really seem to spread. Whereas if you post a photo on my Facebook page, like I feel like everybody talks about it a lot more. So like, and not always positive, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whereas I find YouTube's way more positive than Facebook. I hate Facebook.
Yeah, I've got a page on Facebook, and I get 2 of my neighbours and 1 of my friends that's like one of my posts, and that's about it. So I don't do a lot on Facebook, but it's interesting. I reckon you're spot on. Facebook is nasty. Like I'm a West Coast supporter. I'm a Hungry Jack supporter too, but West Coast supporter. And you jump onto a West Coast post, 600 comments, and there's bound to be about 50 people that are just bagging someone out. And then now they do, if you like the post, that starts to go towards the top. So usually the most controversial thing has the most interaction, so it's at the top. So you're like, West Coast back at training, and then the first comment will be like, how's Willie going or whatever, because he's controversial at the moment. And then bang, that's all you get out.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Ness.
Joining us.
I see.
Speaking of Hungry Jacks, though, you mentioned Hungry Jacks. When they do the angry Whopper, not angry enough. It's not angry enough at all.
I don't know what the angry Whopper is.
It's like supposed to have this spicy sauce on it, but it's like not angry enough, not spicy enough. That's Burger King. Burger King for you people watching at home with Hungry Jacks down here.
They brought Burger King over here. It's the same people, isn't it? They were partners, and then he came back down here and went because they fought and started Hungry Jacks.
Yeah,
there was already Burger King was already a registered company in Australia, so they couldn't use the name.
Oh, really?
They were in Queensland for a little while as Burger King, and then they all changed over to Hungry Jacks. So that's probably exactly what you're talking about. They probably avoided massive lawsuits and stuff.
They did. They opened a few Burger Kings a few years ago, and I thought it was the American owner trying to come in on the Australian owner, but maybe they were just trying to brand it all together, sort of like Safeway and Woolworths, how it just changed its name to, although that wasn't branding, but a company changing its name and marketing itself that way.
That is true, Blake. There were Hungry Jacks onion rings are choice.
Have you had a Rebel Burger yet? Which is it's called an Impossible Burger in America.
Is that at Hungry Jacks?
Yeah, the Rebel Burger.
I haven't. It must be like maybe 6 months or 7 months since I've been into a Hungry Jacks, to be honest.
So the Rebel Whopper is the plant-based meat Whopper.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right, the Impossible Burger.
Yeah, I tried it. It's not bad.
Why did you try it? Just out of curiosity, or you don't eat meat?
Yeah. No, just out of curiosity. I was watching, I forget what it's called. I was watching a documentary on athletes having a vegan diet. And still being able to compete at the highest level, so you don't need your protein, or you don't need your meat protein. And I was just found it really fascinating. And then I had to go do something. I'm like, I'm going to try Rebel. And I think there's arguments for all these different things, as with spoken meat, for vegetarians, vegans, whatever, pescatarians. But I just think maybe a bit of consciousness on behalf of everybody would make a big difference too. So I try and have like a vegetarian or vegan meal like once a week or something like that. Just something different. And also broadens your horizons and find yourself in things you don't normally eat and you really enjoy them, and it's another way to sort of maybe be a bit healthier because you're finding something that you're consciously trying to be healthier with and you enjoy it, so you can bring that into your regular life. Not that I can really get.
It's a bit full on the stuff they're coming out with now, that a lot of the meat substitutes are made out of all these different oils and whatnot that are worse for you.
You got to wonder what sauces they're using to make this stuff as well.
So I've got a reasonably strong opinion about it, but I don't. So our whole lives we've been taught to look out for foods that have like artificial flavoring and like all that sort of stuff. And then now they're making burgers that are all artificial flavored. Like, how healthy can they really be?
Yeah, exactly. And what's the impact on the environment? Monica, thank you. So, like all of our video contents, all you guys are interesting and fun. Just keep being yourselves.
Thanks, Mom.
Wow. Where do you get into this vegan stuff? Hungry Jacks. I find it funny that a sporting organisation is linked to a fast food joint.
I like it how we're talking about how healthy the vegan burger is when like Hungry Jack's is probably one of the worst foods you can have anyway, even the meat ones. So
Yeah, exactly.
they're not ticking all the boxes for health food in the first place.
There's also, I don't know if you've seen it, there's a Sydney like small mum and pop burger joint that has called, they've basically copied the Big Mac, but they made it bigger. And they called it the Better Mac or something.
Yeah, Better Mac, that was it. Yeah.
McDonald's is suing them, or maybe threatening to sue them.
Yeah, they issued a cease and desist order first. And that shop decided to stop using the word instead of trying to take on McDonald's in court.
I figured that wouldn't be a good lawsuit to take on as a small man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you imagine it? Now, if Macca's go out there and just do a Better Mac as one of their things, just to run it.
It'd just be like they used to be, a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of disappointing nowadays how small they are. I'm sure they used to be bigger.
I can't eat them. I'm allergic to mayo, so can't have the special sauce.
I like to get just the hamburgers because they're only $1.50 each. They were $1 for a little while. Get a couple of those hamburgers and a pot of the Big Mac sauce, and just dunk the hamburgers in the Big Mac sauce. Cheap meal.
No, I don't reckon you can beat the barbecue cheeseburger from Hungry Jack's.
I do.
But I think
I do prefer Hungry Jack's burgers, but there's the distance to travel to get to one is considerable from my house. It's close to McDonald's.
I passed like 3 Hungry Jacks on the way to work.
The one that I can't stop, I've tried to stop eating a lot of it, is Red Rooster, the Hellfire Burger. That's ridiculous. I don't think there's a Red Rooster's Australian, isn't it? That's not a...
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure. Monica raises an interesting point about bison meat, because I was actually, who was it? It was on Joe Rogan. Speaking of Joe Rogan, the other day he was talking about the bison, the Indians hunting bisons and all that. And apparently, in a town that's just over an hour away from me, there's a bison farm. And
oh, really?
I'd be very interested in trying that meat because apparently it's quite lean and very high protein. So yeah, I'd love to try that, Monica. Tasty, is it? And elk as well. I'd like to try that thanks to Joe Rogan's influence.
Yeah, I'd like to try it.
I like kangaroo. Have you guys had kangaroo?
Yeah, love kangaroo. It's such a nice tasting meat.
I think I tried it, but I don't think I liked it.
It's pretty gamey.
Yeah. We had a bit of venison, which I don't mind, but not a lot of. Which is a bit weird.
I find kangaroo and venison are quite similar in taste and texture and whatnot.
Can't do rabbit.
I haven't had rabbit.
That's the one that I went, nah, I can't do it.
We can eat this one.
Chuck him straight out. Fire rumble.
All right, let's go.
On the smoker. Hey, Calypso, how are you? Pabs, good night, good day, good whatever. I get lost with the times over there.
Cheers, Pabs. See you soon, man.
See you, Pabs. I'm not actively reading the comments, so I'm just taking what you guys are saying. And
yeah, GRB, there's lots of feral goats on the Sunshine Coast as well. You can go to people's farms and get permission and pay a little bit of money and go and kill one and take it home and butcher it yourself. I love goat meat. It's fantastic.
Haven't had goat meat. Bison burgers, that sounds yum.
Sure does.
I don't think I've had goat. Last night I had lamb.
Well, goat's very similar to lamb. It's like a little bit oilier and a slightly stronger flavour, but I love it. It's so nice.
Oh. Whoops. What am I doing?
Last night I cooked a full rack of lamb. And it was pretty cheap. I'm actually surprised, like, pardon?
Lamb has been quite cheap in the last few weeks. For some reason.
And I'm surprised, like, you buy lamb cutlets in a flat tray and it's like $20 for 6. You buy a rack of lamb, there's like 10 cutlets in it and it's only $15.
Yeah, right. You just got to do the work. G'day, red fish, blue fish. How are you, mate?
Red fish, blue fish, how are you? What am I doing over here? Oh, don't you hate it when you do letters and then you put a number in there?
What is that round circle thing below your TV, Josh? It's like a little porthole into another dimension or something?
That's a fish tank.
Is it? Not yet.
I'll show you in 4 weeks. No, that's a Super Nintendo, like one of those mini Super Nintendos. And that's where the control sits, and then the controllers are here. So you can play it.
Oh, right. It's like an old shop display or something.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. They were throwing it out, and I'm like, I'll take that.
I love the PS4 one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a legit shop display. That's the real thing. That's awesome. I mean, it's got Trials Fusion demo on it, which is the motorbike game. Yeah. Me and Harry were sitting there last night playing it, and Harry's getting so excited he fell off the chair on concrete. And I was like, get back up, we're doing a time trial, get back up. So he's trying not to cry because he hurt his butt. And then because I distracted him, he was all good again.
All right, so can you guys hear the bird?
Yeah.
So every time you make a coffee, when you stir the spoon, the bird thinks it's like a mating call, and he just doesn't. So, like, you make a coffee I'm like trying to make a coffee quietly at 5 in the morning and not wake my missus up. He just starts screaming. Or like if you're sitting here eating dinner and you tap the plate too many times, he goes off.
You need a plastic or a wooden spoon for your coffee in the morning.
That's fine. Rookie, how are you? 3D games for
got to flip the camera. So, like, just drop this in there.
Just use the handle.
Just pour it really fast. It'll be fine. Our friend Blake is only 4 away from 250 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to him, there's a link just in the chat. Only need 4 more. I know most of you are already enjoying his channel, but we can do that.
I can't believe like how fast Blake has like just become so like professional on his channel. Like he's structured so well for such a young channel.
Yeah, he's doing really good stuff.
He's one that I like when I let. So Blake is 2 hours and 15 minutes away, 156 kilometers. I found out the other day, and I got home, and about an hour later, bang, it popped up and there was a video of me being there. I'm like, how have you done that already? And it's not a crappy video. It's got some good spots. We had a bit of fun with it. There's a bit silly as well. And then we sort of did a feature on the fish that I took over there as well and put the music to it. It was nice and chilled. I'm like, and I can see a couple things, but only because I've watched a lot of Blake's videos. I can see ways he's done certain things where it'll take a lot of time out of it and a lot of fuss later on with the intros and outros and that sort of stuff. I'm like, I see what's going on. I can see like how he's got it structured now. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should try that. Thirsty, you getting up here? What are you doing? want to see those puppies, see if they've grown. They're dogs. They're not nothing else.
Not the puppies.
No hormone-enriched chicken meat in Thirsty's house.
Wow. Oh, I've got this
Speaking.
weird algae growing in the white cloud tank. It's it almost looks like a bit of a film coming over the tank. So it's not just normal algae that grows on the front of your tank. It's all filmy and stuff.
Is it growing
On the
wood?
glass or on the bottom?
On the glass.
Oh.
Not growing on the wood, no.
Hmm.
I got some pretty good algae going. I can't remember what it's called. I got that dark green stuff.
Is it like a
Blake will know what it's called. I think it's something bacteria. It's not called an algae. Yeah, that's the one. See, it's up on that plant back there.
You just manually remove it's the best way to go about it when you do a water change, and it'll sort of settle itself. I don't think
I've just been turning the soil to keep it down, but I don't know who's ripping my plants out. Someone is.
You got a sign there or something, don't you?
I got that feather fin. I got to get it out, but
yeah,
I can't. I don't want to destroy the tank catching it. I'll find him.
I suppose being so tall, it's difficult to get both arms in to do 2 nets.
He's probably behind here. Blink and you'll miss him, but he's getting big. He was like 4 centimeters, now he's like 15. But he's Houdini.
Oh, that worked. I'll see if I can show you it.
Oh yeah, so this is just now
Oh,
a
sorry.
YouTube channel built for algae. I was saying that we can go double screen and we can both look at the algae. Mine's bigger than yours.
One area. Can you see that?
Yeah, you can see it. Do you have is it just the fish in there? You don't have any snails or shrimp?
There's shrimp. And no, I don't think any of the shrimp. I don't think I've got it. Oh no, I do have snails. A couple little snails.
Chuck one of them in there, see if they're interested.
Oh no, the snail's in there.
Oh, right. Well, it's only a relatively new setup, so you probably still got to wait for it to sort of balance out and establish. So you might just have to do a little bit of manual stuff to it over the next couple of weeks.
It's weird. I don't mind that it's there, but I'm just like, what is it? All right.
Now twist it a little bit to the side. That's better.
I feel sick. Who said 49ers? I know, are you excited? Monica, I have to go to work again. Extra tonight, saving up money for a big tank stand and tank for my living room. Peace out and hope the Super Bowl is good. Close, exciting game. I hope we just smash it. No, I reckon it will be a good game.
Cheers, Mon. Work well. Have a good shift.
See you later. Good luck with a bigger tank. That's always a good goal to have.
Always.
My goal is not the bigger tank, it's to have room for the bigger tank. Because I'm like, yeah, I can buy that, but where am I going to put it? And
yeah,
when is my wife going to leave me for doing that?
Yeah, so speaking of bigger tanks, so I used to have a tank. It was almost 9 foot by 2 foot 8 inches, and so it came like 5 inches past the door here. So the fish tank was actually past this door, and you had to reach behind it to get the handle. And I ended up getting rid of it because it just looked so out of place in my house. Like you walked in the house, and there, like the fish tank was like out here, and it was like blocking the doorway, and like you couldn't fit a dining room table. So tanks can be too big. Now I've just got my baby little 4-foot.
G'day, Blake.
G'day,
Hey,
you.
Blake.
What? How are you? Thanks for the kind words. My ears were burning.
I was about to say that.
How are you, Blake?
Hey, how's it going? Long time no see.
It has been a while. How are
Thanks
the fish going?
Yep, they're going well. Actually, the endlers are in a better situation now. I put them up with the Panduro epistos, those bluey sort of ones that we were looking at, the first ones.
Yeah.
And the cribs are still down in this divider tank because I want to put 2. So, don't know how in depth we want to go, but down the bottom I've got 60 by 45 by 35 tanks, and I want to get 5 exact same ones. So, yeah, I'll just put them in a little tank down there and check lots of caves and whatnot in there for them.
That'd be cool. Madfish Diva, how are you? Candy, thanks for the link. Candy, I don't mind. I know she's modding both chats, both streams that are going on right now. I don't mind.
Oh, really?
But I appreciate it.
Well, if there's anybody that could do it in the world, it's probably Candy.
I know. Hello. Are you? What are you doing tomorrow at about 10:30 Australian time? I don't know what time it is over there. 1:30? 4:30? Anyway, go Niners. Joe's a big 49ers fan as well, so.
G'day, Joe. Hey, mate.
I was going to say with those cribs, when you did that video, you got really good footage of the one near the front. 90% of that's a female.
Yeah, it is.
Male. If you put those two in one of those sections on their own and then let the others go, I reckon they're very easy to breed, so I reckon you might end up with something.
I'll have cribs for days.
That's pretty much what I've done.
I'll make a parody video of Cribs. Cribs Blake. Blake's Aquatics Cribs.
I did do something like that actually on Instagram. I'll try and find it.
I've actually got the desire to breed a dwarf American, but I really should just not. I've got nowhere to put them.
Stretching yourself in, you reckon?
Yeah.
When does desire start and finish? This is AMTV Cribs in Aquamate TV Cribs. And then I realised I spelt it wrong. Spelled television.
You could.
Television or something. I'm like, out there now. Oh, here we go. He's there.
Hey, watch out.
Thirsty.
How's it going, Thirsty?
What are you hiding behind?
Yeah, what are you hiding?
What is that thing?
I'm shy.
Is that a ladder?
I'm a bit shy. Oh, yeah, it's a ladder. I just moved the ladder and I've got to go around and turn on the barramundi lights there at the back. And I'll hide the ladder around where I've got to walk, so I've got to pull this out every day. I want to turn on and off the lights.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
We'll need to teach you how to stitch it up with Google.
Hey,
Really
Blake, we
rumble.
need to send him some of those Audi switches. Fan mail.
That's it.
Yeah, I need to watch Blake's video again and set something up, eh?
Yeah, we'll have it all stitched up where you can just clap, something like that.
That's no good. I watch a lot of sport.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Disco.
We'll set it up so that when you say "well done, umpire," all the lights turn on then, because that'll never happen.
2 packs of
Like
tigers
this
from
guy.
9 to 10 for about 12.
Here's your favourite Dr. Black. You see him?
Love him. He's getting some size, eh?
Yeah, he's beefing
does.
up. He's getting
Looks very good.
big too.
How are the puppies going?
So I'm all crackly again. I hate it, boys. I've got to do something with the audio.
Is it headphones or is it charger that was making it crackly?
Nah, nothing's plugged in. It's just the speaker on my phone. Probably about medium battery level.
That's right, yeah.
Probably
You
I'll
need
move around. I don't know.
to
Sorry.
get it set up on the computer again.
Stand
No,
up.
I was saying we need to get it set up on the computer again.
Oh, yeah.
Have you got the puppy?
If visual, if you want, you lads can talk. Want a baby wriggler.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So with the Oscars,
Yeah.
Thirsty's the first person that I know that is actually breeding them. Like, out of all, I've never known someone that breeds Oscars. I've only ever seen like people that have had them lay in their display tanks and stuff. But I just thought it's strange how you never see a breeder breeding Oscars.
Yep, they're always around.
Yeah, it's big demand for them here in my area too. So,
Is it? Do we import them? Like, is it just one of those things where it's easier to breed them in other countries than we import them? Or
Nah, there's got to be breeders here.
It's the there's a couple of farms over your way that are breeding them.
okay, in
The
Melbourne.
problem with yeah, so I know one guy that breeds them, but like he is completely wholesale. Like it's an actual business.
Yep.
but
Send me
I was
his details, and I'll go and say hey to him.
yeah. So the problem with Oscars, right? If you breed Oscars, you get like 600 babies. Then you grow them up. They get to say 5 centimeters, and they're selling size. So if you want to sell them in the shops, you take them in at 5 centimeters. 4 weeks later, they're 8 centimeters, or like 2 months later, and then once they hit 8 centimeters, the shops can't sell them. Like they're in the shops, only the smaller ones sell.
Yeah.
So then you get stuck with hundreds that you've got to cull or like find somewhere to keep them.
and that's the thing too. Most of them do get sold. The small tanks do they get sold. It's sad.
Don't drive it. You'll crash.
Surprised the old Vija doesn't smash the barra.
How I got in last 90. He knew what tank I had. It was a 3-foot little glass tank with beyond fish. I bought them all from the shop. He knew what I had. I seen a baby Oscar. I'm like, oh, can that go on my tank? And he's like, yeah, man, they'll go in them. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. No, they don't go very big. They'll get along the community. Yeah. And I watched him smash everything, except he fit in his mouth. It was dead. And that just started me passion for Oscars. Ready to give him rumble a bit, fella, eh?
He's looking cool.
Very cool. How much has he grown since you got him?
Sorry?
How much has he grown since you got him?
He was tiny as
That's what I
probably
thought.
one of the smallest ones I've ever seen. They come in the water. He threw that in the package too. This one's a baby from the parents. It's actually got yellow and white on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got yellow and then white on the outside from these guys.
Every time I see your green terrors, I'm like, oh, I want to do it.
How bright is that orange, eh?
He's awesome.
That's so cool.
I can't believe that fella. I had him since he was so tiny too. Probably as small as that. Probably smaller. I have to show everyone the red dog. Was that a red dog statue you showed yesterday in Hangouts?
No, that was my dog.
I thought it was a fuck. Oh, sorry. I thought it was a statue. I'm like red dog statue.
It was this guy. Oh, you can't see him.
Can't see it.
Oh, Mangrove. Mangrove Jack's on the bucket list.
He's very slow growing.
Oh, hang on.
He's healthy, is it?
Thirsty.
Yeah, mate.
Have a look.
Real dog.
So is that mangrove jack in brackish water or fresh? Are they brackish?
They can be. They'll be both.
Brackish at the moment. He's fresh.
Must be a
Okay.
second.
I can put him aside, mate. Normally at around 7-year mark, or even a bit later when they get up to around 15 centimetres, I'll start heading back out to the salt.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I had a mate with a nice big one in a 5-foot cube tank. It's huge.
But because
I've
the
seen it.
fishing gear's getting better now, they're actually just, for years they've been getting snagged up the fresh. Well, mangrove's been snapping lines and taking them under snags. They've just been putting them down to big cod. Oh, another big cod lost. But now the fishing gear's getting better and technique's getting better. They're actually pulling out big mangrove jacks still up in the fresh.
I've seen a fair few of those bumblebee groupers getting around at the moment, and people having those fresh versus brackish debates.
The bumblebee is a very controversial topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
A heap of my mates bought them, like paid a lot of money for them. The guy that was selling them over here in WA that had them all, that bred them, he was claiming that they will survive in fresh water.
Yeah.
So then, basically, I know of about 20 of them that got taken down to fresh water, and as of now, I only know one that survived.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
right.
even still, it's only it's probably like 8 months old. We're actually surviving long term.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So they breed like the barra too at the mouth of the creeks. With the salt and the fresh actually meat too. So then they make their way back upstream, and as they get old, they make their way back down again.
Yeah.
And then they end up like 30k out of sea, like 30 metres deep in the ocean or a big deep reef.
One of my mates has got one. It's in 5 ppm of salt, 5 parts per million, and it's healthy.
Yeah.
So that's not much salt at all, but it must just be enough to keep it healthy.
Yeah, no, yeah, as it gets bigger, I'll go brackish and then eventually full salt one day, see how I go.
On a different sort of scale, last night I transferred some mollies over to the saltwater tank because, like, I always have a heap of algae in the saltwater tank, and I also have a bunch of mollies I didn't know what to do with. So I was like, oh, okay, we'll give them a go.
But the thing with the two that I've got here, everything I've got might be big enough for eventually, so I'll have to do a pond.
What is
this guy goes as well. So I did brackish pond, I did fresh pond. So we'll see what happens.
Hello.
Oh, you can hear him, can you?
Yeah, every now and then it sounds like someone's parking a car in you.
Yeah, well, he kind of is. So with my stream, I was late because I was building my little tractor. Check it out.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Say hello.
That's what that bang is doing. And I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, so it's him like lifting up the thing like that.
Chewy, I didn't see you come in. Hello. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Thousands. That's true.
Back coaching cricket next week. Starts up again.
You're coaching cricket?
Yeah, we had season, like holiday season off.
I'm trying to think. So you have like start cricket for a bit and then have holidays off and then go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For about 5 or 6 weeks, and then it's the end of it.
And then it's finished. Dr. Black has a lot of crocodiles. He's on wrestling back there.
I just got to say, how cool was Daniel Keaton's fish crocodile attack there, eh?
So funny. He's a really good bloke. We're going to have a one-on-one the next few weeks, I think, which I'm looking forward to.
I so wish I'd done a reaction video when I watched it live, because the dogs next door were barking. I was laughing that hard.
I was at work and he sent me the link on Facebook Messenger, and I clicked on it, and I'm like, oh, I can't do it. And then someone's like interrupted me for work stuff, and I'm like, oh, you don't know how funny this is. Go away. No, it's very, very cool. But just the amount of effort he put in. You get the Rastafarian hat, make the beard, make the t-shirt. He's got lots of blow-up animals. Because he did that Vegemite one with the blow-up kangaroo, and then he's got a blow-up crocodile.
And I thought that was just so good when the guitar music kept playing. That was so funny.
I was like, yeah, he's pretty good. I'm like, way too funny. Well, I reckon we pull the pin in 12 minutes. Unless you guys have anything you want to talk about, any upcoming videos, something you want to touch base on.
Oh, nah.
Just want to
Well, I got my
audio, everyone. Sorry about that.
So you, sorry, Rumble?
It's all good, Blackie. Just my fiberglassing video will go live in a couple of hours. If anyone's interested. I've already done it. Thirsty.
Yeah.
But it only took, well, so I made those ply boxes when I first started the YouTube channel. So it's been like 8 months since I prepared them, and I just put it off for so long. And in the next like month, you guys will see me finish the room, and you'll understand why I'm such an idiot for putting them off for so long, because it's delayed my room so much. Because once those 3 ply tanks go in, I can finish my fry racks. So I'll put those 3 in, and then there's another 6 tanks that go in after the ply tanks. And those 6 tanks, I've already got them. They're actually sitting out the back. So I've actually just shot myself in the foot. Really, those 3 tanks are the 3 tanks I should have built first, and they should have gone in the room before anything else.
You live in line.
Yeah.
When you say ply tanks, I don't know what a ply tank is. A plywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so plywood, and I built a box, and the box has got a cutout in the front, and then fiberglass and seal the box. Glue a glass panel in the front of the box, or acrylic. In America, they use acrylic because it's cheaper. And then basically it's a fish tank, but it's only got one clear side instead of being clear all around.
So you build it with the wood and then you put fiberglass. How do you put the fiberglass in? You just cut it to fit in, and then is that what you do?
So the fiberglass is just the matting, not like, it's not hard. It's like a soft mat, and you just put it in, and then you roll the resin over it, and it goes hard afterwards.
I'm gonna have to watch these videos. I've got some watching I need to fold later, and that's why I like doing YouTube videos while I do watch.
Yeah. I was definitely inspired from the photos. I was like, oh, I really should build something like this. I've got like old panels of glass and stuff laying around, so it's not impossible, but we'll wait to see if you flood your fish room first, I guess, Rumble, and I'll copy it.
So what's the benefit of doing it over getting, because then they're stackable? No, they're not stackable. Then what's the benefit?
So that they're less fragile for starters. You can smack it with a hammer and it's not going to crack. They last longer. They last anywhere over 30 years, whereas a glass tank's like 12 years. And it is cheap. It's cheaper, but so my tanks are 1.5 foot high, and it works out roughly the same price as glass. But if you go 2 foot to 3 foot high, it's dramatically cheaper because you're not buying like 19 mil glass or like inch acrylic.
Okay.
So a lot of people do it for the price. Originally, I can't even remember why I built the first ones out, but I think it's just because I'm a cabinet maker. So I just made it out of wood because it seemed like the logic thing to do.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you got the spot tools to do it.
I haven't heard of Dr. Dave. Have any of you guys heard of Dr. Dave? What have we got here with Dr. Dave?
Yeah, I've heard of it. He put me onto him a few weeks ago. He does like kids YouTube videos for animal education and stuff.
Okay. And Chevy Fish wants to know, Thirsty, do you enter any of your fish into shows?
No, I've never been to a show. I've never even heard of one down this way. But I suppose the closest one would be Sydney, which is a few hours drive.
Yeah, I haven't seen any shows down here that I know of, but I reckon hopefully we'll learn a few things when we go to the Underwater Pet Expo. I reckon there'll be some pretty good to see what's going on.
I am thinking of putting in an order for Rumble to make me one of those walking tanks. And I'd walk around town and show them off. I can't wait for that.
Hey, Riley, how are you? You're saying hey to you, Thirsty. All right. Well, if we're all quiet.
Yeah, I'll have to go and think up something exciting to do for the big 250, I suppose.
Oh, did you get it?
Not yet. Probably today at some point.
Riley, make sure you got Blake's Aquatics. He's almost there.
246.
You don't see Riley in too many streams.
Don't know. I'll have to think something up.
So he might not have you yet. That's exciting.
What's the other live stream that's happening right now?
Fish Room
Fever with AG Tropicals as the guest.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you guys want to do a bit of a raid? We'll go over and say hey to those guys.
All right.
Yeah, I'll jump on there.
All right. Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it. And thanks for everyone in the chat.
See you, Blake.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
See you,
No worries.
See you, dude.
Fish Room Fever.
I just popped a link in the chat for the Fish Room Favor one. Tech Talk one.
Cool. Thank you. All right, we'll jump over. We'll say hi to them and tell them Rumble. What are we going to be? Dr. Rumble, mate. Send you or something.
Dr. Mate Balls.
Any hashtags? Let's just do an Aussie raid. We're all Aussies. On the panel, I mean.
Oh, let's crowdsource this hashtag. Put your best hashtags in the chat, and we'll select one out of your offerings.
Where is this? Go over here. We have limited options. I think we'll just jump on and do that.
That was a cool group. That's a cool group of people. I think it's better. No offense to everyone else, but I like it when it's just the Australian group. I feel
that
like
is good. Andy, you're an unofficial Aussie to us, Aussie fish fan. All right, if we just do hashtag Aussie Raid, that would be awesome. They'll know it was us. And we will see you guys soon. Go 49ers. And thank you very much for joining us. Can't wait to chat with you all again soon. See you guys.
See you now. Behave.
See ya.